Let me read to you a passage from the 9th chapter of St. Matthew's Gospel, verses 27 to 31. It's the Gospel for Friday of the first week in Advent, Year 2. St. Matthew writes, "As Jesus went on from there, 2 blind men followed him, calling out, 'Have mercy on us, Son of David.' When he had gone indoors, the blind men came to him, and he asked them, 'Do you believe that I am able to do this?' 'Yes, Lord,' they replied. Then he touched their eyes and said, 'According to your faith will it be done to you.' And their sight was restored. Jesus warned them sternly, 'See that no one knows about this.' But they went out and spread the news about him all over that region." That's from Matthew chapter 9, verses 27 to 31. And what does it suggest to us? Well, on one occasion our Lord was passing through a village with a great crowd following him, and a blind man, Bartimaeus, that is the son of Timaeus, heard that Jesus of Nazareth was passing by. He immediately began to shout to gain the attention of Jesus. He called out, "Jesus, Son of David, have pity on me." He would not stop shouting, despite the rebukes of others. The sound of his voice reached Jesus, who then stopped and asked that the man be brought to him. When the blind man came, he asked what he wanted him to do for him. "Lord, that I may see," he replied. Immediately our Lord healed him, and he then followed our Lord along the road, praising God. Presumably, he became a disciple. In our Gospel today, we notice a different sequence of events. We read that as Jesus went on, 2 blind men followed him, calling out, "Have mercy on us, Son of David." We do not read that our Lord stopped and healed them at that point. It seems that he allowed them to keep appealing to him while he continued on his way. They had to keep up their requests with no response from our Lord at that point. It was only when our Lord had gone indoors that the blind men were able to come to him and speak to him directly. Then he asked them if they believed that he could do this for them. They said they did, and he healed them according as they had faith. Now, what does this tell us? Well, at least it tells us that God answers our prayers in different ways. To one person, he may answer a great wish and need without his even asking. For instance, when our Lord was approaching the village of Nain, there was a funeral procession on the way out. He stopped the procession and proceeded to raise the young man back to life and gave him to his mother. On other occasions, he immediately answered the request once it was presented. Bartimaeus was healed as soon as he asked. In our passage today, the blind men had to keep following our Lord, asking all the while. It was after a little while that he answered their prayer. The ways of God are not our ways. At times our prayer may not be answered in the form we present it. For instance, on one occasion, 2 of the 12 came to our Lord with their mother and asked that they be given places at his right hand and at his left at his coming in glory. Our Lord told them that they did not know what they were asking, and that in any case it was not for him to do this for them. Places such as these were for those to whom they had been allotted by his Father. That is to say, they were asking for what may not have been in accord with the divine plan. Often we may not know what we are asking of God, and in any case what we are asking for may be against the will of God. But God will answer our prayers in the way that is best for us. In the case of the 2 apostles, James and John, our Lord immediately told them that they would indeed share in the cup that he was to drink, and that was the important thing when it came to sharing in his glory. In respect to the 2 blind men of our Gospel passage today, the important thing was that they persisted in their prayer. Their persistence gained them their request. On another occasion, our Lord taught his disciples that they were to pray always and never to lose heart. Imagine the two blind men following our Lord along the road or even outside the house, continuing to call out for healing. Would our Lord have left them to continue appealing to him indefinitely and without any response? Of course not. The time of his response was not predictable, but that he would in due course respond was clear, and presumably the blind men were sure of this. God will answer our prayers if we but ask him humbly and persistently, never losing heart. Let us notice another aspect of this situation described in our gospel today. When our Lord did heal the two blind men, he warned them sternly, "See that no one knows about this." But they went out and spread the news about him all over the region. So they disregarded his command. They did not fall in with the plan of God, and in this respect they impeded our Lord in his work. St. Alphonsus Liguori wrote that the prayer of petition is immensely important, and one reason why we do not receive far more from God than we do is that we do not ask for more. We must ask with faith and persistence, and with a profound resolve to adhere to the will and plan of God. So let us fill up our days with prayer and service, all the while endeavouring to do only the will of God.